Good morning here from sunny Sunday morning here in southern Leyte. A month or so back I went to go to make this hammer. It's called Daruma, and I made the head and I've never made a handle, so I finished it off today. I'm going to show you how to make this. This video is a big shout out for guess who? Guess Grant Alexander. Grant is he's one of the very underrated YouTubers here on our group of friends, and so this is for Grant. I'll give you a link to his thing. This is the Kuma I made from an ordinary lump hammer that I bought just in the local hardware. And these hammers are expensive. The handle has to be different. The handle is 330 millimeters long. You can make it a bit more rounder than this. I decided to leave it square to keep it so it won't turn so much that way. But I might take another little bit of the chamfer off the side of it. So I'm going to show you how I made this. It cost $5.
Welcome to Irish Chippy. Today we're going to make a Daruma hammer. We're going to make it from a hammer like this, just a normal hammer, $4 or $5 hammer. I'm not worried I can make another handle for it. Normally the handle will come in here much thinner, the wood will be much thinner here. The handle for me is too thick for, it's too thick of a handle for this kind of delicate work. But when we cut this down, basically when we cut off both sides of this, we are going to take away half of the weight of this after we round it. I've done a measurement there a while back on it, and this is 60, this hex optical, and it's almost at the number that I'm going for at the narrowest point. So
63 millimeters, so we're going to get the center. Now, I'm going to leave the handle on it for now. I think the handle is no good. It looks rubbish, but anyway. Normally they will go in thinner here, but I will do most of the work while I have it in the handle. The reason I will do that is because it's be able to hold it and be able to pick it up and dip it into water. I'm going to leave it a little bit bigger here. Make sure it's held properly and make sure it's level that way. I'm going to leave an extra 1.5 millimeters for grinding off afterwards. So. And if you're not used to using a power tool like this, get someone else to do it. Make sure you wear a mask or goggles. I'm wearing a mask, I prefer a mask. Ideally you should be wearing shorts, but I don't have any shoes. So. Come over here now, you're okay now. What did you, I can't hear what you were saying because I told you you're not allowed to come here. Anyway, we're after taking a substantial weight off this tool at the moment. The one thing I notice now is the handle is too thick. Now whether we take it off or not, or just grind it down, but it's fairly good cut. Look. I was looking for 63, well I left it a bit big. 65. That's good. It's fairly level. We will finish it off later on. Now we'll do the weight on it. Put a weighing scales here. Now. Whoa, it's still 700. So that's including the handle, and we're reckoning the handle. I'm reckoning the handle is 50. We still have to take a good bit off this part here and this part here. but it's coming in at 707, okay, and we're aiming for less than 500. We have 1 millimeter to take off each side here later on, and then it's going to be convex on one side, and all this meat here is all going to come off now. So I'm going to take that off, some of that in the grinder now, and then I'm going to make this into a circle, if I can, on this part of this shoulder here. Part of this shoulder here I will not be able to do with the normal grinder, but I'll be able to do it with the hand grinder.
Okay, so now it's we're after grinding up a fair amount off it. There's about another millimeter to come off the ends, and it's concave, more rounded, but it's roughed up now, and that's all I'm doing. I didn't start this till it must be nearly 3:30, and it's 5 now. It's time. It's time to. I'll weigh it now. It should be down to about 600 and something. I would imagine with the handle. The handle weighs about 100, so let's see what we've got. That's not the way to weigh it anyway. Okay, that's the way to weigh it. 637. Okay. It's still a bit heavy. I can grind off some bits in there. I can see where I can grind them in here. I need to go in further there. Take another bit of weight off it there, and then we have another millimeter on each side, I think. More. A little bit, I think. Yeah. Now I better test it up a little bit better when I have this off. The new handle, I have a bit of chubby there. I better dress it better now because I'll hold this in a clamp and I'll dress it better down. Oh, that was many weeks ago when I made that thing up. I never made the handle for it. I have a bit of two gas here. Oh, very hard and very maybe too hard for this, but I don't know what else to put on it. Two gas is Malabi or whatever it is. This is going to be a lot rounder than what this end will be a lot rounder because of this than the, I mean a lot more oval than the finished. The finished one will be something like that, rectangle. That's the way I see it on the Japanese websites anyway. because the grind here is wrong. Pick it up again. The other way. Put it into the vise, you can look down along the side of the bench and you'll know if it's straight or not. So that looks fairly straight. So anyway, Grant is always telling me about mallets. So he's saying I don't mention him enough. Grant. Oh, anyway, this is Grant's shout out. Know that one. Then I just finish it off, the hand sand it up and down like this. And I don't know what I'm going to put on it. I don't have any peak oil or anything like that here. I don't even have mineral oil left. I use it on the cooking board there. Probably just sand and seal it first. Okay, put on one coat of sand and seal it, put it on another light sanding at 400 or 600. It's nice and smooth. Yeah, that's perfect. And I'll give it another coat of that. I don't really want it too shiny. I have some clear gloss lacquer there, which is also microcellulose based. And you have to be aware that when you're using sand and seal, it's the same as lacquer. It fumes up. Use lacquer thinners for it. It's not very good for your respiratory system.
So I put two coats of sand and seal on it, and it's fine now. And it's perfect. These are hard chisels. These are Japanese chisels. I'll do a review on them later on. But this is our Japanese series, and this is the first video. It's going to be called it's just Japanese series. If you like the video, please consider subscribing, and subscribe to Grant as well if you like his videos. But once again, thank you for watching, and once again, thank you, Grant, for being a good friend and supporter.